Hi, my name is Grace Bulgarin, and I'm an 11th grader at JP Tarabella. I'm the president of our First Priority Club there. So I got involved with First Priority through my siblings. I say through around like the years 2020 through 2023, 2022. I was in middle school, and this was during COVID, so we were doing online school. And at the time I wasn't going in person, but I had siblings that were going to high schools, leading First Priority and mentoring. So I always knew there was this Godly Christ Club, and I was like, when I go in high school, I want to be a part of it, because I always wanted, to share my faith. I've learned how to have patience, because when you share the gospel, people are not always going to accept Jesus in the moment, or their lives are going to be transformed. So First Priority has taught me a lot of patience through just sowing seeds, preaching the gospel, and I've seen how much of a difference that does in the life of my friends, of my peers, and in my whole school in general. I've been able, because of First Priority, since it's opened so many opportunities to me. We have a godly community where I get to invite my friends, my peers to connect with God, to connect with this community, and hopefully encourage them, as always, to connect to the local church. But I've seen even people that wanted nothing to do with God, or maybe they just never really thought about Him, just sowing the seed and preaching and living out what First Priority has taught me through the guides, the devotionals in the club. I've seen how people that didn't care anything about God, a year later, I saw them reading their Bibles through the First Priority Bibles that were gifted, or I just saw them in school praying with no shame. So it's definitely encouraged my faith. It's encouraged me so much to continue doing this, not just for the Lord and for myself, but for others too. So what motivates me so much to just continue working with First Priority and being a leader and, taking this role of representing Christ, being a leader, is to see the fruits of it. Sometimes I forget, and I'm there and I'm serving the Lord, and I'm so joyful doing it. But there's a lot of times where I forget what God's doing. Sometimes you don't realize how much it's not just impacting my life. I'm not just growing, but myself as a leader is being multiplied, and seeing what God's doing in my peers, in my school, in the teachers, relationships growing with the Lord, and people connecting to Christ, actually knowing Him, is so beautiful. It's just so encouraging knowing that so many souls and so many people are coming to Christ, and sometimes, a lot of times, I don't even realize what God's doing in the lives of others. And just the gospel, it's literally called the good news. So knowing that Jesus came here, He gave His life for me, He gave me salvation, forgiveness, He redeemed me, He chose me, He showed me love, true love, like no other love in this world. It's such good news. I don't understand how I'm gonna keep this to myself.